Dear friends, welcome back to my channel. Let's read. Today, we will be reading a very heart touching story which actually reflects the reality of our society. From the timeless collection of Malti Joshi, let's read Usar Mein Beej. Let's begin with the story. Gudiya, Sunil Chacha had called. There's a bad news, Gudiya. Our Nikki is no more. I was holding my heart tight for listening the bad news. But this bad news will be so bad. This was not expected. Nikki is no more? Means? I asked and I got numb. Do I need to understand the meaning of these words from anyone else? I am a mother of two kids. Will I be a Gudiya throughout my life? But what should I do? It was very difficult for me to associate the words no more with Nikki Chacha. His bright lit and smiling face has gone forever. It was really impossible to think it that way. It was beyond imagination. It took me some time to be normal again. And then I asked, when did it happen? How did it happen? Well, the date is not yet confirmed. Maybe 9 or 10. There's a difference of dates in these two countries, so it is very difficult to assess. Oh, was he unwell? Details are not yet clear, but maybe he suffered a cardiac stroke, a severe heart attack. But he didn't have any such medical history, did he? Maybe it was the first attack, and the first attack was severe in itself. But one good thing he did was he rang the ambulance before getting unconscious. Otherwise, his dead body would have been continued to rot and no one would have noticed. Dead body? Oh my. A 6-foot man is now being addressed as a dead body. It's so disheartening to hear. But now what, Chacha? Now what? His body is still lying in the mortuary. I really mean how to bring the body back. Let's see. I have asked Sunil. He said that he will try to arrange something. From the back, Chachi was murmuring in anger. We were saying to take Rahul along, but no, he didn't take him. Had Rahul been there, at least there would have been someone to offer him a glass of water. Oh, will you please keep your mouth shut? You always keep nagging the same old topic. Apart from me, no one else can bear your scoundrel son. I got scared that if both of them started to fight again, then they will forget that I am present on the other side of the phone. But thankfully, Chacha remembered that I was still there on the phone and he said, Beta, I will share the update with you of whatever happens. Oh, Chacha, who conveyed you this news? His friend, who stays with him in Montreal itself. Hospital authorities had informed him, and he will inform me after getting the full information. But I didn't found it suitable to disturb you at that time. Disturb you at that time? And that's why you had informed me after complete 14 hours. Didn't I get disturbed on this? But I didn't said this to him and simply disconnected the call. I don't know for how long I kept sitting like that only, crying silently. Had my husband been in office, I would have called him and asked him to come back home. But he was on a tour. I could have cried relentlessly on his shoulder. I could have freshened up Nikki Chacha's memory by talking to him. Although Nikki Chacha was favorite person for the entire family. But somehow, I thought that I was very close to him. I only gave him this name as when I was a toddler, I cannot pronounce his real name Nikhil, so I called him Nikki. Since I was the eldest daughter of the family, later all the near and dear cousins picked up the same name. He was either Nikki Chacha or Nikki Mama for everyone. And surprisingly, he was Nikki or Niku for his bhai and bhabis. After sitting quietly for almost an hour, I rang up Sushil Chacha in Delhi. Chacha, I just received a phone call from Jhansi about Nikki Chacha's demise. Have you also gotten the same information? Yes, beta. I received the news last night itself and it's so shocking. Now what? What is the next step? Next step? See, no one can go there so far. Okay, Chacha, but he can be brought back to his own country. I didn't use the word dead body as I was way too emotional for this. But Sushil Chacha, he didn't show any such emotional sentiments. Are you nuts? Do you know bringing his body back would incur a cost of approximately 2 lakh? Who has so much money? Then then Simi's brother-in-law is there in California. However, he is not that close, but in our comparison he can be addressed as close. I'm trying to contact him. Simi? Who is Simi? Your Chachi's younger sister, the one from Birel? Chachi's younger sister's brother in law will perform the last rites of Nikki Chacha. My conscience was not permitting me to do so. There should be some relative connection. I again said, Chachu, please. Instead of this, we should bring him here and we all can share the expenses. To which he said, Beta, I told you, it is a very costly affair. And even if we all contribute, then also we cannot raise that much amount of money. You know my financial condition and you are very well aware about Badi Bhabhi's nature. Even if Bhaiya would give some money, then she will keep on cursing Nikki even after she dies. See, it is a sheer waste of money. We have his smiling and laughing image in our mind and let it remain that way only. That would be good. Sheer waste of money? Nikki Chacha's death news didn't give me so much pain in comparison to this statement. It stuck in my heart like a nail. Nikki Chacha went to foreign, keeping the sweet memories in his heart, and these heartless people are not ready to give him a proper cremation? Engulfed in the love of these mean people, he would come back home after every 2 years, and whenever he would come, there would be love, laughter, and happiness everywhere. These happiness was showered in the form of gifts, young, old, close, far, no one would be left aloof from the list. In all of our house, whatever costly stuff that could be seen was given as a gift from Nikki Chacha. Few times I even told him, Chacha, there is no need for spending so much money like a king. You are alone, so please save some for your old age. He used to say, Guriya, see beta, I am a state government servant, so they will take care of my old age. I come here so that no one forgets me, especially the new ones. Bhaiya and Bhabis will never forget me, I know. But I try to spread my love among these new people in the form of gifts. They will remember me for this only and will wait for me. He often used to say that, Beta, no one expects a guest to come empty hand. In the entire universe, there is only one place where a person can go easily without any hesitation, and that is his mother's home. Even his father also expects something in return, as the father also has some desires, aspirations, but for mother, her son's arrival is the biggest thing. And I used to ask him, Chacha, you miss Dadi a lot? Yes, I miss her a lot. And I also miss your mother a lot. After Mummy's demise, Badi Bhabhi would shower her unconditional love on me. And you also look like her. So whenever I come, I make sure to live with you for 3-4 days. Whenever I came to know that Nikki Chacha will be visiting me, I would start the deep cleaning of my house. New bed sheets, curtains, sofa covers, fridge would be filled with cold drink and snacks. My husband, who used to watch all my efforts, would smile and say, Why are you worried so much? You know, your house is mere a waiting room for him. You know he doesn't come to Bhopal only to meet you. I would get annoyed and say to him, So what? Even if it is a waiting room, it should look good and happening. However, my husband was right in his place. Apart from me, there was someone else for whom Chacha would come to Bhopal. Shifali. Shifali Das Gupta. Once she was his classmate, but now she is the wife of a big administrative officer. From Chacha's point of view, she was perfection personified. Her beauty, her elegance, her dressing, her hairstyle, everything was simply ultimate. I used to thank God Chacha is unmarried, otherwise, his wife would have died out of jealousy. And who knows, she might be the reason behind Chacha's bachelorhood. The day he used to reach Bhopal, the same evening he would go and visit Shifali auntie on her bungalow, and we had to accompany him even if we didn't want to. He used to bring expensive gifts for auntie, which she would accept with all generosity and courtesy. She would compliment them as beautiful, simply marvelous, oh how cute, etc. And these compliments would bring a smile on Chacha's face. Due to Chacha, we had to invite Das Guptas for dinner, and out of shame and courtesy, they also used to call us for dinner. On both the occasions, their rudeness was clearly visible, and it was evident that there was a big difference between our status, professionally and personally. They simply used to tolerate us because of Chacha. After that, we used to stay in the same city like strangers. On hearing of his demise, I remembered Shifali auntie in the first place and thought that she needs to be informed about the same. It was 8 p.m. at night when I called her. Her servant answered the phone, and when I told him that it was something very important to convey, only then she came on the other side of the call. Few moments later, she answered, "Hello? Hello, auntie. I'm Savita." Savita? She asked with a questionable voice. Savita, as in Nikki Chacha's niece. Nikki Chacha? Who? I mean Nikhil Raizada from Canada. Oh, but he used to address you with some other name. Anyways, how is he? Is he in India? Actually, auntie, before I could start, there was a wave of laughter coming from behind. Out of curiosity, I asked her, Auntie, do you have guests in your house? Oh, yes, we have a party going on. Oh, any special occasion? Oh, no special occasion. You know my husband, he's so fond of get togethers and always looks for some reason to celebrate. Sorry to disturb you, Auntie. I will call again later. I didn't want to disturb her mood with this sad news. Next day, when I called her in the morning, her servant said that everyone is sleeping. Maybe the party would have continued for long. I again called her in the evening, and this time, on hearing my name, she did take a pause for a moment, but she herself was able to recall. Yes, say Savita. Auntie, are you busy? Busy? Yeah, kind of. We were leaving for club. Sahab Bahadur is already waiting for me in the car. I stopped to receive the call. For a moment I was also skeptical as to what should I do. Then I thought, who will call her again and again? Let me convey the news and finish it off. Auntie, I wanted to share a bad news of course. Nikki Chacha is no more. He took his last breath in Montreal on 9th. Oh, she sighed sadly. Was he unwell? No, he suffered a massive cardiac arrest and could not be revived back again. So sad, so sad. He was all alone over there? So sad. She then turned back and said to servant, Tell Sahab to wait for me. I'm just coming. She then said, Savita, we shall talk later. Will that be okay? Sahab Bahadur is waiting for me in the car, and you know he's very impatient. Also, please convey my heartfelt condolences to the family. I just wanted to say, Auntie, for once, for the respect of your friendship, can't you cancel your club for today? But I could not say anything. I knew this was the last time I had called on that number. There will be no phone calls on this number anymore. After keeping the receiver down, in my thoughts I said, Nikki Chacha, you wanted to spread your love. You wanted to grow crops of love. But I guess your seeds didn't germinate. It seems as they were in usar. They were sowed in the usar ke beej. Dear friends, I really hope that you liked the story. Please stay tuned for another such stories. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channels. Thank you again for showing your love and blessings on me. Thank you.